Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of OHAD. And as you can see, I am back in Firelink Shrine. And that's pretty much all I did in between episodes. Going back here. I wanted to level up a bit. And there is an NPC we are about to meet. And in order to convince him to come to Firelink Shrine, you will actually need 10 intelligence. And for a great many amount of builds, that's just gonna be a point wasted, or multiple points wasted. But luckily, a bit further in the game, we can reallocate our stats a few times. You know, not indefinitely, but you can do it a few times. So I'm gonna put some points into, just one point into intelligence, some points, and I want to put some points into. I want to put a point in endurance, just a bit more stamina. I don't think that. What's the increase in damage? 3 points. Nah, let's put a point in stamina. This seems fine.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
Wait, why did you? Duh. Messed up my keys. And now it's pretty much time to go to the boss of the area, I guess, to do the last bit. Like I mentioned in the previous episodes, there are multiple ways out of the, or to continue from the Road of Sacrifices. You can go to the Cathedral of the Deep, or you can go to Farron Keep. Farron Keep is a toxic area, almost quite literally. It's full of poison stuff. You can actually get a useful item in the Cathedral of the Deep, so I want to go in that direction first. And that's also the way to go now to get the most of the things done that you can do in this particular area, so I'm a fan. Stupid crabs. Ho ho ho, we got a bad case of the crabs here. Yeah, well, it's fine. Alright, so here we enter a ruin of some sorts. And there should be... oh. I was like, there should be a guy with, you know, like a staff shooting sorceries at me, but he's just sitting down there chilling. Like, I don't know what's its deal. And I'm just being plain stupid, messing up my key bindings because, well, I changed some of them recently. And as you can see, I'm just trying it out, and it's not quite working out for me just yet. So if you see me doing stupid stuff, well, there we go. All right, here we pick up a ring of sacrifice. Nothing too interesting. And now I'm debating, we can go through that hole in the wall, grab some items and have some fights, but that would mean... say hello. That would mean that I have to go... it's kind of a detour, I'm gonna do it anyway. It's not really all that useful or anything, but it's okay. It's cool. It's cool. There we are. Golden Falcon Shield. As you can see, not much physical damage absorption, not much lightning absorption. Low stability. A metal shield fashioned in the form of a... ooh, we are being something notable. Oh, nice. That's our Covenant doing its work. And like I mentioned, we do want this, because I want the Covenant items. So let's see if we can help the host of another world. Well, I don't know what's happening. No, I know what's happening. I'm getting owned by dogs. Well, that's my great entrance here. Getting owned by dogs. Well, now we got to find the invader. And see if we can kill him. I know where he is. She. They. Well, lots of corpses. So we can damage them. By the way, here we pretty much have the definition, I guess, of a twink. Just a high-level person. Well, not high-leveled. The gear they're having is like endgame. But they're low-level. I hate that. So I'm not sure what that is. But at least we can help the host out with, you know, like clearing up the area. Let's see. Interested in dueling? No. I'm not sure what's going on. And I don't know where the host and stuff are, but... where is the host? You are over there. Cool, cool. Cool. I don't know what's happening. Don't we have an invaded route? Well, guess I'll take care of the bomb throwing squad. Okay, cool. So the mad spirit just came. Cool. That didn't do anything. Well, at least it's been a nice distraction. Right, where were we? Golden Falcon Shield. That's the one I was looking for. Golden Falcon Shield. We'll get there eventually. The Golden Falcon was the emblem of an ancient band of sellswords, and even to this day, many mercenaries remain who look upon it as a token of good fortune. Yeah, well, it's not. Just don't bother. Just do not. Alright. I mentioned NPC fights. Well, there we go. The guys. I was like, 2 gals. No, I don't think. Don't think so. Docking is difficult, people. Right, so if you just approach them, they'll attack you. Both if you harry this guy with some arrows, he'll come out first. You can defeat him, and then you can go engage this guy with the huge thingy. Whatever he's carrying to compensate. Whatever. Or you can just run past them. There's a ladder down there. You can go hang up on the ladder, go a bit down, and they'll you know, like jump down, trying to follow you, and they'll just die. No, I'm not living like that. That's not my life. I'm just gonna lure them out one by one. And they do throw their weapons, by the way. So. And they use the weapon art. There we go. That is one. And the Exile Greatsword. This is a fantastic sword. Let's take a quick look. The Exile Greatsword. As you can see, some pretty hefty requirements, but you get something in return. Bloodstained Greatsword wielded by one of the watchdogs of Farron, who preside over the slumber of fallen warriors. The blade is a reminder of the exile's past misdeeds. Inhuman strength is required to wield this heaviest of curved greatswords now. This is an awesome weapon. By all means. Great strength weapon. Does consume a lot of stamina just to swing, but that might be because I don't have the stat requirements. Derp. Anyway, this weapon takes heavy infusion like a charm, and actually most kind of infusions. It scales really well with magic, lightning, all that nonsense, all that jazz. And when I was thinking of this build, I actually had the Exile Greatsword in mind, but problem, it is quite heavy. It is really heavy. 17 points of weight versus the 9 of my claymore. So I'm just gonna stick with the claymore. And I might not even bother with this Exile Greatsword, depending on my choice of fashion, because it's heavy. I don't think I want to bother with that, but it is a great weapon, if you so fancy. Here you see this guy glowing up. He uses the war cry. Weapon art of his great club, and he heals. No, 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 no. That's not. There we go. Great club. The great club. Wood club, fashioned from the branch of a giant tree, requires considerable strength to wield. A hard, durable weapon, its weight makes it easier to break the guard of shields. So yeah, there's that. As you can see, 28 strength needed and we only stuck at 21, and I don't like great hammers, so I'm not going to use this in any way, shape or capacity. But there's that. We picked up some souls. We can actually hop quickly in here to grab some homeward bones. See here where we picked up our farm coal. Quickly hop downstairs here. I can give you guys a sneak preview of the area that we're not gonna do just yet. Farm keep. Not too fan. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it at all. Like, no. But hey, we have the bonfire up at least. There's a thing. So yeah, these NPCs, they won't respawn. Obviously, I mean, any like player-based NPC or enemy character will not respawn whatsoever. But we can now just focus on the ruins there. All right. Here we go again. Crystal lizard. Dropping a crystal gem. Look at that, people. Look at that crystal gem. Where are we? There are we. Infused to create crystal weapons. Gem of infused Titanite introduced to Lothric by the crystal sages, used in infusion to create a crystal weapon, and these inflict magic damage and scale effectively with intelligence. So if you are a hybrid intelligence build, you actually want to put some points into strength and dexterity to use some of the bigger, better weapons. You can use a crystal infusion to make the weapon effectively scale with intelligence. So yeah, for example, you want to do a greatsword build. Oh, there goes my microphone. Like Moonlight's greatsword, which you can only get late in the game, but you want to, you know, like get familiar with a greatsword anyway. So you decide to go with a claymore. You get the bare minimum in strength and dexterity, and then you infuse the thing with crystal. So then you get a greatsword that infuses with bloody intelligence. Alright, now this is the way that we are gonna go in a bit. I'm first gonna explore the last bits of the Blood of Sacrifice. There we go. And as usual, the hollow carrying a lamp or torch or whatever will scream and try to wake up nearby hollows. So strike quickly and they stay passive. By the way, all these guys have a chance of dropping their weapons, crystal gems. So any mage character who wants to wield an actual weapon, we're getting summoned again. Who wants to wield an actual weapon can just farm here for crystal gems. Alright, let's see if we can get an actual duel or something, like an actual fight. Not some twink running away from everything. And a connection error occurred. Okay, no, good. That was helpful. That did something. Probably the host got the connection just to get rid of this spirit or something. Alright, cool. Heretic Staff! Look at that. For all you magic using characters. Heretic Staff. Catalyst used by generations of heretic sorcerers. Sorcery is a logical academic discipline, and the power of sorcery depends heavily on the caster's intelligence. With the skill that boosts the strength of sorcery for a very short period. Alright, I'm gonna keep this for a bit just to show you guys. Normally staffs are short, but this one is actually quite long. And there are some sorceries, like Fair and Flash Swords, and Dark Edge, and another one which I can't think of right now. They act basically as a sort of longsword or greatsword that appears out of your staff. And using a long staff like this gives you more reach. But I think that in most capacities it's inferior to just the regular one that you get as a starting sorcerer. Alright. We'll go back up in a minute. Hey, you cheeky. Alright. Now, if we got ahead a bit, we can see not one, but two of the cross-bearing lycanthropy dudes. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cling one. There we go. And lure him here. So we don't have to deal with two at a time. I mean, they're nasty enough by themselves. Like I said, they're nasty enough by themselves. Thought I needed just one swing to get him. But we do get an essence shard, and that's useful. An amber, which isn't all that hot, but sure, why not? There we go. Yeah, screaming out, you mofo. Alright. And that is that. Now I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna hop quickly back to Firelink Shrine. You might have noticed, when I get summoned, I have less Estus Flask than usual. That's because if you invade, or if you are summoned to another person's world, the amount of Estus you have is halved. And it is rounded down, so I have 7 flasks. But if I go into another one's world, I have 3. So by turning a flask in right now... I have 8 Estus flasks. And I totally forgot to give you the fair and cool. Cool. Alright, let's just get another flask and give you the fair and cool.
This coal is from the undead legion.
No! I don't know what happened. I accidentally clicked on my mouse and I almost hit Andre over the head. Ah. I'm an idiot. I'm an old sentimental idiot. There we go, but now we can infuse. That's not what I want to do. We can infuse our claymore with a heavy gem. Right, so from 165 plus 53 we go to 159 plus 81. So on the base stat the base damage of the weapon we get down like 6 points, but here we get like 28 points. So that's a nice, awesome overall increase of 22 points of damage. And I think I might as well go do this. We can get more heavy jumps later on, and I'm not gonna switch weapons anytime soon, so let's just make this a heavy claymore.
Pretty be careful.
And while I'm here, I'm gonna refill my fire bombs. Seems fine. Seems fine. Do I need this? Just 2.
Ashen 1.
And might as well throw in a level. Because, as we may have noticed, we are a bit underleveled for the area. I mean, we got someone way back. Nope. So let me just put a point into strength. Hey, you guys see that? You guys see that? Last time we were here and I checked, what does 1 point in strength increase, how does 1 point in strength increase our attack power? It was by 3. Now it's by 5, so that's way better. So overall, an effective increase of 24 points of damage. Alright, time to go meet the boss. And I should actually talk a bit about the undead, maybe. So yeah, while we go travel to the boss and such and all, I'm gonna talk a bit about the undead. I've talked about hollows, I've talked about the dark of humanity. But basically, there was a time, this is the time of the gods, time of fire. And before that there was the time of the ancients and eternal dragons, the dragons with their stone skills that were eternal and immortal. But the gods overthrew them. Fire came into being or something. We will see more of this in Fair and Keep. Fire came into being, and with fire, as they said in game 1, came disparity, light and dark, warmth and cold, life and death. And 4 beings found so-called Lord Souls, and I aggroed a little cute crab. It's not really sure what to do. Look at it. Look at that. Anyway, 4 individuals found Lord Souls. We had Gwyn, who became the Lord of Sun. We had the Witch of Izalith, the Mother of Pyromancies. We have Nito, the First of the Dead, and we have the Furtive Pygmy, so easily forgotten. And with the help of Seath, the Scaleless Dragon, there was a dragon who did not have skills, and for the skills gave immortality, he was mortal. He told the Lords of Fire, the first gods, how to deal with the dragons. Namely, lightning destroyed their skills. So they overthrew the dragons. Like Nito unleashed death and miasma and disease, and the Witch of Izalith burned their forests, and then Lord Gwyn threw firebolts at them. Thunderbolts, actually, he was doing a wonderful Thor impression, and fought them with his knights. And those would be the Silver Knights, some of which would later on become the Black Knights that we encountered earlier in this area. And all was good and all was well, but suddenly, somewhere, first humanity appeared, and then humanity started to become cursed. And when people would die, they would actually become undead. And if the undead lost their will, their mind state, would become hollow, as you can see by the guys in this ruined castle. They will just wander about, sitting there, and attack every living soul that passes. They are hollow. They are not like they do not have any higher brain capacity than just doing that. Although, you know, there's actually a few of them using sorceries, so that does imply something else, but they are hollow. They have lost their will to continue and have given up. And that's why guys like Yoel and the Pilgrims, and yay, we are being sent to another world, you are carrying those big stones on their back, because if they fall and they lose their will and their minds and they start to become hollow, they will be crushed by the stone on their back. So it's a bit of a feel safe or something. But yeah, that's where the undead came from. It's a curse, and we will learn more about that curse eventually. Alright. So apparently somewhere here is someone in need of help. And this seems to be New Game Plus. No. No. Where are the down there. Cool. Cool, guess I'll go too. Right. I don't seem to be making a good impression here. But hey, look at this. 4 Estus flasks. Well, 3 now anyway, but... There? Okay, cool. Oh, there. Katana man. Alright. I love this guy. Right, so we can just lure these guys out. Well, that didn't do anything at all. Come on, where are you going for? Yeah, you're getting ganked. Yay! Proof of Conquered Cat. Nice. Right, that's what I was aiming for, all that stuff and jank. And yeah, he was really good. He was way better than we were, but I'm not gonna care. One way or the other. Let's take a look. Yeah, and if you guys notice that I go silent at times, it's because I'm trying to concentrate. I'm really not the best player, and I need my concentration at times. Proof of Conquered Cat. Proof of a dark spirit felt by a blue sentinel. Blood drained, a shrunken ear. Souvenir taken for subduing the guilty. The knights called the blades of the dark moon. Punish the guilty soaked offenders of the gods, and take this as proof of their conquest. The earless corpses of the guilty will be left behind as a warning to others, inspiring both fear and respect for the gods. Such is the eternal mandate of the Dark Sun. Now, the Dark Moon, or Dark Sun here, the gods, this was pretty much what I was talking about. The gods overthrew the dragons and eventually mankind showed up. The Dark Moon refers to Gwendolyn, son of Gwyn. He was associated with the moon. Although in the lore of Dark Souls, the sun is mostly associated with male beings and the moon with female beings. So he was actually raised as a girl. Yeah, the guys back then were messed up. But anyway, there we go. And we will actually visit one of the places where the descendants of the gods lived. Einer Londo, or some people like to call it Enal Londo. And Erythil Valley. Right. We actually met Vord. He came from the Erythil Valley. Anyway. The whole undead curse kind of is what spun this whole story into overdrive. I mean, the Age of Fire started to wane because the first flame started to go out. Now, that was a problem for the gods. It would mean that their age, the Age of Fire, would be replaced. And it would be replaced by... Wait, you're still alive? And it would be replaced by the Age of Dark. And that's the Age of Mankind. Now, still lots of questions surrounding this. I mean, how or what or why. We will get the answer to that. Be careful here that you do not drop on top of Lycanthrope. There we go. Alright. I mentioned an NPC earlier. We should meet him. Nope. I almost missed that door. Alright.
Well, this is unexpected. I don't often have visitors. What do you want? This is my study that you've happened upon. If you haven't any business, I've reading to get back to.
Well, aren't you a peachy fella?
How intriguing. Very well.
So yeah, if you have an intelligence of lower than 10, he will just dismiss you. So you need to have some intelligence investment to make him appear.
Clearly you're not that sort of man. So you will make me a promise that in exchange for my teaching, you will bring me knowledge in the form of scrolls detailing sorcery's secrets. Well, can you assure me of this? Very
Sure,
well.
why not?
You're no fool. I take it you understand the weight of a promise. I am Orbit,
Yes, I actually do.
unkindled one. I shall teach you sorceries.
Not that it will do us any good, but sure, teach us
It shall
sorceries.
be like our very own school.
Man, I want to know that word like that. Anyway, this is what I think of your study. There we go. Ah, no, I do not like that man. Right, some blue bug pellets. A medicinal pellet made from crushed insects, just like the red ones, of course. The blue type temporarily boosts magic damage absorption. The Boreal Valley is infested with moonbugs. I've been there, never saw one. Meaning ingredients are never far from hand. For the Erythelian slaves who concoct this medicine. So these are prepared in the Cathedral of the Deep. And these are made in the Boreal Valley. Erythel. Alright. So, and the reason we are awoken as unkindled ash is because I did talk about this, right? I did talk about this a bit. That the Age of Fire is starting to wane once more, so someone has to relight the fire once more to make sure that the Age of Dark does not happen once more. And now here's the interesting thing, because this reminded me of this. Cathedral of the Deep. Now, the Age of Dark. The darkness is represented in Dark Souls 1 and 2 by the Abyss. And here we don't... There's no talk of Abyss anymore. The Abyss is just gone. It's never mentioned. But we do have the Cathedral of the Deep. Deep. Abyss. You know, that seems to be related. Alright, I'm just gonna pop a number here to show you guys an available summon. And it should be here. For the upcoming boss fight you can actually summon more. He won't do you much good in the upcoming fight except as a distraction. He is just too slow to really do anything. And I'm just gonna switch that out for some charcoal resin to do. And the boss is basically again 2 phases. The first phase is you know, easy, but you'll see in a moment why this guy is just too slow for this boss fight. There we go. This is the Crystal Sage, mentioned in some playtests earlier. Quite weak to fire, as you may or may not notice. If he has taken enough damage, he will despawn and reappear at a different spot. So far, so good. Nothing going on, but now we enter phase 2. There we go. Oh no, there are multiples! And some of them are blue. That's the real one. Oh. Yeah, he spawns clones, all with 1 HP. Just to fuck you up. Which is the real one? No, no. You are the real one. No, you were not. There we go. Soul of a crystal sage. Yes, there are multiple. Let's take a look at the soul, shall we? Soul of a crystal sage. One of the twisted souls steeped in strength. Used to acquire many souls, transposed to extract its true strength. The twin crystal sages once served as spiritual guides to the scholars of the Grand Archives, and one went on to ally with the Undead Legion, and this is the one that we mentioned. We will see in some of the sorceries that we pick up that they were favored by the Undead Legion because they were quick and they matched really well with their fighting style, and that's because the Crystal Sage, this one actually made them or gave them to them. So they could just mix and match everything. Anyway, on to the next area, I guess. And then I might as well pop quickly to Farling, trying to level up a bit and to make my weapon a bit better. If I recall correctly, you do have actually more or less official, like the wiki guidelines of progression, and they say that for, I think, out of the top of my head, the Cathedral of the Deep is pretty much around level 35, 40, so yeah, we can actually pretty safely reinforce our stuff. And again, we were summoned, you know, a pretty bit back. You know, that's the not even the previous areas. That's 2 areas back, the Undead Settlement. So that shows that we are actually a bit under leveled, you know, as far as normal progression goes.
Welcome home, speak then. Very well. Then
You know, actually, maybe I shouldn't level. I have an idea. No, not necessary yet. Okay, so I was thinking, the area before the Cathedral of the Deep, there are some annoying enemies and they are pretty weak to fire. So I was actually like, well, maybe I should get a boss's sword, put it on fire, you know, stuff. So I don't need to switch my weapons all the time or something. Alright, I noticed that I do not have enough stamina just yet, so I'm just gonna invest a bit of stamina.
farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
Thank you. Alright. Let's advance onto the cathedral, where Andre and Horace are also going. Alright, next bit is just short and fine, I guess. Nothing too interesting. Some of these undead brutes, once more, but down here, Crystal Lizard. And we get Twinkling Tides Knight, yay! And one more here. More Twinkling Tides Knight. Alright, let's see if we can pull this guy. Can we pull that guy? Once I learn to aim, we can. There we go. Cool. Yeah, 2 on, because that is fair. Dude, look cool. Yeah, no, I'm not doing too hot. No! Wait, can I go? No. You guys are annoying. There's one. And that is 2. Wow, that has never gone as bad as that. You know what? You know, let's try that again. We can do better. We can do way better. I don't know what it is. Every time I turn this camera on, something goes wrong. It's like my drafts. If I do not record, I go 3-0. If I record, I go like 0-3. I don't know what's happening. No! I'm a silly man. Like I said, this only happens when you are on camera. There we go, that's more like it. Then a great machete. Actually, I don't even know why. Whoa. There we go. Next up. For life! And a vasectomy for good measure, I guess. Alright, look at this. Evangelist robes. So if you feel like some... Look at this! Look at this! I call them fat, but they're not fat. It's just their armor. Well, actually they are fat. Can we get a look at your face? Can we get a look at your face? Come on. There we go. Yeah. You are fat and you have really bad teeth. Okay, cool. it just looks silly. I like silly things. Robe of an evangelist sent from the cathedral. These teachers, all women, came to enlighten inhabitants of the undead settlement and sent carriers on the path of sacrifice. Yeah, sounds ominous. And the herald armor. The herald is one of the starting classes. Right, steel armor with a pure white cape, the signature of heralds of the white. Protection made of steel has excellent physical absorption, but it's found lacking against blunt strikes and lightning damage. Cool. I think it looks shit. Personally, I don't like the looks of it. No. Once for a min-max build, I had it start out pretty much as a herald, and I just dumped the armor set like immediately and ran through the first part of the game naked. I didn't like it. But yeah, just 3 enemies are standing between, you know, like the bonfire from the boss fight and this bonfire because, well, reasons. Like I said, too many bonfires. Alright. Again, here are some NPC fights. And this is the guy I'm totally not cosplaying right now. Like edgy knight. And he is guarding the paladin's ashes. Look at that. We got more soft material. Where were ashes? I totally forgot. Can't I look at my ashes? Man, that's let down. There we go. Ha. Umbral ash of a worn-out paladin who sought the Cathedral of the Deep. And with this shrine, handmaiden will prepare new items. This paladin paid quite a price for his headstrong justice. Ha! You think, don't you? He's dead. Spoilers. Cool. And then we have that guy with also a launching path. So let's just go take a peek. Alright, here we go. Crest shield. Let's see. Awesome dark absorption. Physical 100% and everything just plain better than, you know, most stuff. This was my night shield, and if you compare, the crest shield is better in any way, shape or form. Just do note the attribute requirement of 14. Yeah, might as well keep this thing. I think my stamina regen is just fine. Plus this mess is better with my looks. Anyway, item description. One of the enchanted blue shields, the crest shield greatly reduces dark damage. Dun dun dun. How very concise. Alright. And we got a guy down there. So, Geronimo! Okay, for a moment I was like, oh, he's just gonna jump back and that's that. But no! There we go. And he drops his spider shield. The main thing about this shield is that it has awesome... there we go. High resistance to poison. Shield bearing a lower touching of a spider. Shields of this style are commonly used by savage mountain bandits and offer high resistance to poison. For the rest, it's not all that interesting, except that it does have a stellar stability. Really high. Blocking doesn't consume that much stamina. But for the rest, it's not really all that exciting. Alright, yeah. Next bit I don't like. Because dogs and arrows. No, no. Stupid thing. And yay, more dogs. And again, it's not that I dislike dogs, I love dogs. Well, most dogs. I mean, I have this friend, you know, their whole family is you know, like crazy with dogs, and they've actually this huge Malamute at home, and it's so cute and cuddly and fluffy. Oh my god, it's so fluffy. Oh mate, stop it. I mean, it's huge. It's a Malamute. It's freaking huge. Like, you wouldn't believe. I mean, it's like one. Last time I saw it, it was like 1 year old, but it could look me in the eyes pretty much. A huge beastie, but cute. He thinks he's a lap dog. So you're sitting on the couch and suddenly, woof, an huge puppy on your well. Can't say lap because it's too big, but yeah, that. Come on, buddy, you can do it. You can do it. There. No, not that dog. Really dislike dog and archers. You know what? Eat a sword. You too. Oh, who did I think they are? Really? Huh. Now we go to the guys who believe in the path of sacrifice. What does it mean? We are about to find out. That's the path of sacrifice. The only thing missing from that scenario is a guy screaming Allahu Akbar. No offense, but that's just how I picture it. Quick disclaimer. Just a quick disclaimer. We are invaded by a dark spirit. I'm not too pleased, because if I die here, I have to go back past the doggos and everything, and I don't want to do that. There we go. I'm not gonna enjoy this. That's the slave knight armor. That means that this person has progressed way farther in the game than we have. And they have. So this is just twink. So I'm not even gonna bother making this an honest duel. I'm gonna lose one way or the other. Might as well give it my best. Yeah, there we go. You know, that's the issue I have with the invasion system the most, is that it's really encouraging stuff like this. I'm not, don't want to complain or something, but it bothers me. It just bothers me. There are players that are good enough to, you know, like complete most of the game around level 20 or something. And what do they do with their skills? They harass low-level players. Like, if that is what you need to feel good, I'm not gonna say, then go ahead and do it, man. I'm like, you're obviously good enough to participate in the duels and the arenas and such, instead of, you know, harassing the newbies or the guys that aren't quite as good as you are. I mean, if you need that to get off or something, to feel good about yourself, then there is something seriously wrong with you, man. Really. Yeah. I feel that the game system kind of encourages that, and I'm not a fan of it. Yeah. I don't really hate this bit. But yeah. You know, I'm all up for a honest duel or something, but, you know, it's kind of disheartening to be invaded by a player who has stuff from the end game. You know, then you're already like, oh, that's someone who has, you know, great skills. And that's just really, really disheartening. It's tilting. I mean, yes, I too have a low-level invasion build. But, you know, and here's the important bit. I've never actually gotten past this bit in the game with it. Well, up until this point, I guess. I finished Cathedral of the Deep. I think I even finished Fair and Keep, and I just did not continue. I just purposely stayed at a low level. I know I'm not the best player. I could have gone quite a bit farther. But I'm like, okay, sure, it's fine. You know, the stuff I have is okay. I mean, this person, I don't know if it's actually a girl or something, but you know, fine. Probably had sharp infused croc quills. And those are pretty much the best, one of the best dex weapons in the game. One of the invasions we witnessed earlier where we were summoned as a dark spirit, as a blue spirit, mind you. We saw someone wielding a Dragon Slayer's axe. And that thing is so bloody good. It is the reason that almost all my characters have 14 points or 18 points in strength. Because the weapon is just that damn good. You know, and then I'm just like, why do you need to kill or engage players that are obviously below your skill level? Why do you need to prey on those? And don't give me the bull crap that that's nature, or you know, that's just a system. No, you make a conscious decision to do so. But whatever, you know, I'm here to have fun. That kind of ruins the immersion and experience. That's fine. Here we have, by the way, the Slave Knights, Slave Knight Guild.
Bear witness to our resolve. Fire for Ariandel. Fire for Ariandel. And the ash to kindle.
Yeah, ash, of course. Reverse to us. Alright, so he's the gateway to the first bit of the DLC, the Ashes of Ariandel. You also can do the painting of Ariandel, which is pretty much remiss of the painting of Ariamis, but just, you know, different. Anyway, we finally arrived at the Cathedral of the Deep, and we have locked doors everywhere. This door is locked. That door is locked. We do have a nice whip here. This is actually an okay whip. Because, yay, bleed damage. Whip with thorny spikes that shred skin, causing heavy bleeding. The cleansing chapel uses whips such as these in order to produce the drops and puddles to wipe clean during its rituals. The skill, strike from the left to evade shields and deal a stinging blow that temporarily slows stamina recovery. The shackles of bondage lie deep in the hearts of all humankind. That's good to know, Miyazaki. Thank you for insighting your personality. Anyway. The path forward is pretty much up there. We can go down here. We will do so eventually, but there's a shortcut. I didn't want to open up first, but you know, this leads to the cemetery of the Cathedral of the Deep. You can actually see this whole building, everything included, is the Cathedral of the Deep, and something just committed suicide apparently. Cool. So we will go in and explore next episode, and in the meantime I'll probably get a bastard sword, infuse it with fire just to make this coming area a bit easier. And we will get up there to get the item in a bit. And there's that. So I guess I'll see you guys next episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you again. Cheers.